All right. Good evening. Welcome in. Welcome back to SG2. So after the casual boots we just had, which if you didn't see that, if you're just coming in, go have a look at it once we're done here. It's a good one. Some nice spice to it. A little quick, but anyway. Now we add Super Metroid to that. However, we don't care about crystals. They're just more pendants. Probably. We don't need them to get into GT. We don't need them to beat Ganon with, and we also don't need to kill any Super Metroid bosses or get their tokens if they happen to be in Zelda 3 in order to beat Mother Brain. We just care about those two bosses. So when we get them, or we get access to them and can beat them, that's it. This could be an interesting sort of a mode. So I'm Scoop. Here tonight we got Neaterific and Sky. Two very good runners, both very well balanced. So without the crystals and SM tokens to consider, this could be a little volatile, but with Mother Brain being the way it is, we still need to see some ammo. You could do charge in a couple of beams, but best bet, if there was one, is to have some ammo. Sky can go ahead and check the two items down here. This is normal logic, so only one is in logic. Should mention that. But especially under these settings, wherever you can find your stuff is perfectly valid. I am doing everything tonight, so I'm going to try to keep an eye on everything, but point stuff out if I miss it. And then, of course, I'll try to pay attention to you guys as well, so... Yep, you're part of it. There's a hammer, so that's a weapon. Can take that in the back of escape now, might as well. Guess I already didn't see what Sky got since he is walking out. It had to have been the morph pedestal. Oh, it's very... okay. Yeah, it's just kind of neat. One of those things that at this point we actually can't do anything with it, but better to have it. I guess if I look at the screen and show this guy's wearing a different suit, I can figure these things out, but there's so many different sprites and people doing things that best not to assume. Yeah, Craze here pointing out a very good thing that when we're looking for stuff, and we need 6 tanks to do Mother Brain, which is pretty much the assumption in a mode like this. Yeah, now you only need 3. There's one. I think we saw from Nita, but might see that one, might not. So you're already set up for a tree pull in SMZ3, turns out. Sky killing some guards, probably just see what the drops are, because there's also chaos packs. They're set at random with the seed. So it can take a little while to figure out what you're going to get from who. Glove there in the forest for Nita. who did not do escape, by the way. It's a choice, so we'll see if Sky doesn't. I guess so. Finding that glove, immediately able to make use of this 50-50 rock here, which is a good heads-up play. You don't see this much because you don't typically have a glove this quick, especially in SMZ3, but Nito's gonna, gonna win on the first try, and now is just kind of striking out. But once you're invested, you got to do it, and you want to see, I would say, at least 2 to get down here. At this point, I'm sure he's going to stop at 2, since this is being very, very, very picky. Wow. I'm with Nito on this one, just called, yeah, see, it just, and that other rock has absolutely nothing to do with it, but sometimes you gotta change your luck. I love Rando. Except that even around, that's a vanilla mechanic, so, Because I took my eye off Sky again, got a boomerang or a hook shot, is what that means. A book here. So, it's stuff. Stuff we don't necessarily need, but it's stuff. Pot with hammer for the ball and chain. Nice pickup there for the speed booster. Allow some partial access into Green Bryn, but I don't know that he'll do that just yet. Vanilla Super Metroid bombs here for Nitorific. So that'll cut down on Power Bomb necessity, although we do have a bunch already from the well. Once, of course, we find the Morph Ball. Yeah, taking his money, loading up on some bombs here. Good decision. It's going to get away from you, especially in SMZ3 when these bombs in the junk packs aren't necessarily so accessible. A little bit of armor there, that'll help. You like to see that in this supposedly quick mode. Cut down on the hearts you need. Don't think we have a button for that, but if we do, let me know. Also, let me know whatever Sky picked up to stun with. Yeah, we did see a various suit and criteria, the 2 checks we could get to, at least from Sky. Pocket that one for whenever. Looks like we did see a sword in the library, so boots for that one. Again, maybe, maybe not. Just to speak from experience, I feel like even in, full modes in this, when you get something on the library, you don't get your boots. Unless it's something you absolutely need, but Pray for me to be wrong. Back of escape, just a little bit of money, but some checks to get out of the way. Nice and easy there with some gloves in hand. Or on hand. Saw with another sword, so that starts us off with one. See, now that we have the one sword, boots can be whatever the opposite of sword mode is, because we wouldn't be looking for a sword. I'm just saying we can consider boots to be, as of now, Ganon vulnerability access. Of course, we'll still need a lamp and mitts and whatnot, but one of those as well, a moon pearl. Neato, taking the book directly into desert, not a bad idea. If you get something this early, it might mean something. Has a glove, so it can go to the back, but no fire source. And this again assumes we even need to go to the back. Whatever prize is here is only important if it's tied to an item, whether it's on the boss or green pendant or 5-6 or heck forbid in Ganon's Tower. I don't know that we've ever seen that in this mode, but so never mind about GT. We don't need crystals for that. We can just walk in again once we get there. That's a fun little money drop there for Nita. The key in hand now, we'll see the chest, and I guess we'll have a look at the torch and see what we're missing out on. Hopefully not much. That figures. You know, I was going to say it. That fire, thing we need to beat desert with if we want to. So yeah, there it is. Also behind boots. And I say I missed something. I guess we got 2 items because Nita's leaving to go check Agina's cave. So yeah, currently, as Viddy in chat's pointing out, we have 2 items. Lock and Ganon vulnerability. Now we can get around that if we have fire out or any other swords, but it's not a good omen, I guess. As Nita just comes up with $1 there. And once again, I definitely feel like I'm missing things, so pipe up, please. But I resync here from the runners, Mini Moron Cave. few seconds apart. Never not fun in rando. With a little bit of trouble. Sky just blazing right through and picking up some stuff. Doesn't quite get us to Zora, unfortunately. Still a handful of things for each runner to do. Not much of which we haven't seen from either yet. Ice Rod Cave being one of them, but we could see a Houlihan from either one of them. Sky has the ability to get 4 checks up there at once with that Moon Pearl. Nito probably soon will. Or at least 3 in a scout. Nito taking a hit there, not that it matters much, because 1 hit from a crab either way and you are done. Nito could be picking up a bomb here, but wisely decides that's not worth it. A little bit of ammo, so that's it for Nito. Can't do anything besides scout. Sky, on the other hand, the Moon Pearl, gonna at least, I guess, gonna check Hobo first. Might actually go back and check Waterfall as well, if he can restore the swim state there. But this is a good play for Nito. Gonna go ahead and get into Eastern. It's all logical, especially with that lamp now. So that was a blue boomerang from Sky. Very close to vanilla, as it were, in Castle's first chest. Nito has yet to do that area as well. Quick map check there. I saw prize 5-6 on desert. I want to say a regular crystalline hero. Couldn't even reach print screen fast enough. A mirror behind flippers here for Sky. You'll take it. Nice to have. Speeds up your dungeons. I will take your word for it, Chad, on the prizes. Got a better screen than I do, and that was super fast. But as a rule in this stream, I guess don't worry about it too much, because we don't really need any of them. And if we do, yeah, they'll be looking at the red crystals first, and a green pendant. So I guess 2 of these 3 at least are important. Ish. There's Sky's first glove there. Nito working his way through to the Eastern Palace Big Key Chest, which will wrap up his trip into here. Sky into the Dark World with that brand new full access. Let's see, this is where you pay attention to map checks, but again, the runners, they just do it now, later, or never. We don't have the on-screen letter here in SMZ3. So if they want to know, they're going to check them out. Or beat the boss. Yeah, okay. Honestly, video, that's okay. If it was, I guess I didn't even think of the music either. So, yeah, I will play crystal music for an SM token. So I guess we'll go back to that for now. But again, especially anybody else just coming in, don't worry about the prizes too much. We are playing 0-0 Fast Ganon. So we could go to GT with basic access if we wanted to, but we don't have to. Or if we do, we don't know it. But yeah, I'm glad y'all could join me here tonight. It's been a lot of fun with nobody watching, is it? So into the back of Skull for Sky. It's going to be able to take a key here back to the front. A flute for Neaterific, which even in standard SMZ3 modes is not something you always see. So that will help to move around a map. Let's see what else he does here before activating it. Looks like it's headed toward Pyramid or Pod. The Sky, and everybody's wondering if you watch a lot of Zelda 3, I point this out because it's different here. That last chest, the pinball room, is always a key. It used to be that way in the LTTPR, but now they expect people to absorb save and quits if you choose to do it, and that's fine. But here, we don't have to check it. And there are the mitts if you're on pyramids. So yeah, I guess that means we have GT access between the runners. Nita needs that mirror. I think that's how that works. It's not very good GT access, but it exists. No cane, no boots, no whatever. Sky, unfortunately, got a little too close to something here. Is going to have to pick a start point. Might just decide to do Hype Cave while he's in this situation, which will be good if he does get that flute out of it. Yeah, that's what's happening here. Quick check of catfish here for Neaterific. That's the thing about this mode. You can do whatever you want. It could be dense or not, and you could be right or wrong. And in this case, two long checks from Neaterific paid out, I guess, pretty nicely. I mean, a gravity suit mode like this just kind of opens up more stuff, but yeah, question from chat. We did check criteria for the little bit we can actually do. Well, could at the time. That was basically Morph Ball Pedestal in the ceiling 2 rooms over, and that resulted in a various suit for Sky. So Nita hasn't been down there yet. At this point, you don't expect runners to end up there unless they get themselves a Morph Ball, and then they'll do the whole thing. But that suit isn't super critical just yet. We are in normal logic and hard logic. You might have some things with, well, I guess the vary doesn't matter hard logic. We have a speed booster, so there's a couple of little partial Super Metroid access points we can get to in Brinstar and Norfair via the old man exit on the mountain. Norfair is. But to anybody who's heard this 3 times already, I know there's some new people. So once again, I'm Scoop. It's just me. If you see something and the little 10 seconds goes by and you don't see it come up on here, let me know. Please. Thanks. It's a dig game for Sky, because this is one of these things I thought he was doing before. So like, oh, no, I missed it, but he didn't, and it's just junk. So on we go. Neato. Handling the give does pretty well without the boomerang that Sky has. Nice thing to have for here, especially if you don't have a red cane, just to trivialize the entire thing. Neato waiting for the taxi here, Sans Mirror. Skipping out on his fare even. What a guy, huh? So in the Kakariko now for Sky is gonna finally get here. I like anytime you get a chance to do it this way. And it's even, with a mirror and all that. You might have been here in Village of Outcasts anyway, but sometimes you can loop the whole thing together. First misclick that I was told about, at least. Thank you much. Neato with the Moon Pearl. Clearly. He's doing things in Dark World. All right. Yeah, he did go through Eastern. I just glossed over that. Anyway, Flute for Sky, getting that turned on here. Neato maybe already did it. Don't remember hearing an anthem now, but it's going to be like that tonight. I played one of these once. It went well, but I'm not pushing my luck, so. So there's come some E-tanks and power bombs for Sky, and I want to say this was where the vanilla morph ball bombs, not vanilla, but regular bombs. Oh, book was here. Bombs are in the other one. The 10 arrow filler prize that comes in your first chest, and the 10 arrow actual prize. The best. Nito does see. Quick check the desert ledge ops not to go in just now. Easy decision when you have a flute, or easier at least. Come back whenever you want. In front of thieves, just some ammo. And old man, $20 and a free warp point. Almost always the better prize. This guy will now take this one-way. Well, that door is one way. If you come out that way, it doesn't do anything, but you can go right back in that door, which is a map station, typically, to get back into Zelda. Without a morph ball, all you can do is get this check right here. So just another 20 and back to Zelda Goes Sky. Nito trying to treadmill his way through harmless, or this is the harmful hellway, is what this one is. Get the attic prepped and see what's up here. Not sure where our item counts are at. I think there's 2 left. That is a cane of Samaria behind a couple of swords. We have one. The other one is behind boots. There's 2 more beyond that, but that's fun. Because we have absolutely no idea if we need that thing or not. And yeah, red mail already here. So even less looking for health in Zelda. We know where both suits are, so even Super Metroid health won't be that bad. This guy found, or Nito found 4 items, says foregoing blind. Yeah, we don't know what kind of prize there is, but unless he does, and I missed it, and we all missed it, but sorry if that's the case. Charge me. Okay. Well, another thing that you don't find a lot, even less than a 0-0. But there's charge. It's an enabler. It's not the be-all, end-all until we find some more beams. So stand by on that. But it's nice. It's the one that makes it possible. I'm going to go ahead and assume Sky knows these prizes. He might not, but yeah. Yeah, like I was kind of getting at before, your first trip into a Dark World is a good time to pay attention to somebody pushing X really quick. But in this mode, you just might not see it. But again, anybody, please pipe up if you do, and I don't. Or if you think I don't. Oh, crazy. Sky only got one item and just fell, so he said, heck with it, okay. Even when I have help, I'm bad at counting while doing all this. But that's fair. It's a long climb back up there. To, maybe only get rewarded with something like having to go to Hera Basement with, again, no fire even, so I can see that. There's Nito's flute. He's doing a duet here today. But you didn't know a dwarf could do that. Paradox for Sky. Some ammo, some little bits of little pieces of candy. About it. So Sky is going to give up on Zelda for now and take this speed booster into Brinstar, if I had to guess. Fair play at this point, I think. Yeah, there's sword number 3, pickup number 2 for Nidorific. So, pretty vanilla, huh? That one. And Nita's doing... We've kind of seen this throughout the stream from Nita, just kind of pushing the oddball things. Because, if the stuff's here, you win, This mode especially, you just kind of got to decide what you're doing and do it. And there's some boots. But, guess what? We can't get them. Technically we can, but we can't leave with them. We don't have the SMR patching in here, so we gotta have some bomb access and another source. So there's 4. Wow, okay. Cool seed. That does not feel good. Definitely nice to know about. You can't expect too many people are going to have access to this at this point. There's, let's say, 6 runners in this race, but you already have them locking a sword. You find them, you can't get them. Oh, is he doing this? Oh, he's not. Okay. Yeah, there's a way in and out of there for the boots without the bombs, but you gotta save first, but it's pretty tough. This guy's pretty alright at Super Metroid. So yeah, that's actually a good question. I'll have to see if he's thinking he might just find more soon, or didn't want to try it, or what. But another reason I'm glad to be over here. Into the Meyer area for Nito, who I guess, yeah, say with Varia could get into the portal here and get to the lower north here, but wouldn't be able to do much. Don't have a way to break blocks just yet. Quick to go to Meyer if we really want to. And there it is. One try. Very nice. Good call, chat. Yeah. See, I don't do nearly enough of this to know, like, why do you not? I don't know. Like, you go through, if you find something into the middle of Big Pink, then what do you do? But I guess I'll learn when I ask him later. So yeah, it'll be 3 swords for Sky, and not too long a time. Whatever else it unlocks, plus the speed in general. Anytime Nito into escape here, we're going to pick up Boomerang, the speed booster. It's not often you have to think about trying to find your morph ball and knowing where it isn't. But here we are. Thanks, Mad, for powder. I have no idea where that was. Oh, Big Pink. Okay, yeah. Yeah, Tracker used to have less. We were missing a row and had only 2 beams. But we somebody brought this over from Key Sanity, I guess, since it fits into the same frame and gives me a lot to worry about, but yeah. So each runner now having some kind of variable loadouts. Some stuff's the same, but like, you take Sky here having to walk around and go to Village Outcast. Nito went the other way the first trip through and got mitts off Pyramid Ledge. So, got a few more things done. Got another sword out of it. Worth mentioning again, we have access to all 4 already. Something you rarely expect, especially in a seed where you don't need to be getting any crystals. Sky wants that sword right now. Don't blame him. Nito now in the pod. No bow, no bottles, so he's going to be mimic clipping the right side. We're hoping it's not anything, but we'll see. It's a good point about the lamp, since you need boots to get it. No lamp checks, no boot checks, and there's no fire rod logic here in SMZ3, so that's a couple more things. Like the Rupee basement here in Pod, where Nito's headed shortly. Will be mini morphin there today. Grapple beam in the front of Pod. Really? I guess that doesn't do a lot either. Yeah. Need morph to make use of any of that logically. Unless Shack Tool? Can we get there without morph? Like, how bad is that? Yeah, Nito went into Desert Sky with a flute, just chose to check the ledge and move on. Already needs morph. Alright, good enough. Hookshot for Sky, thank you. Clicked the wrong button, took the hammer off. Stand by. Stand by getting the hammer back on the board. I have to refresh the tracker for being able to do that, but it's on her now. Nito seeing the red mail, can't get it yet. Missing a hammer, or a hammer. More hammer talk. The mirror, which is flipper locked. There in Waterfall. Nito went back to Zelda there just to save and quit to go back to Metroid. I don't know. Changing of the decisions, I guess. We'll mention, yeah, anytime you transition games, you get a full save to your cart or whatever. So you'll see transitions for just that purpose, but in that case, all it did was save $20. This guy must know something that I/we don't. Doing blind here. Either in miscount or this is the other 5-6, and he checked it and I didn't catch it. Wish I would have. I know why I miss hookshot now. I'm so excited about those boots. Yeah, it's a pretty good Bryn reserve. Considering we can't even see two of the items. Nito's gonna try this quick drop thing as well. Doesn't get it there. I don't think I've ever actually seen anybody do this in a race before today. Maybe I don't watch enough, but it's been talked about for a while, at least lately. It's not anything, super spectacular or new. Yeah, getting that turnaround at the right time. I think, how many times does Sky have to do it? Well, in bare minimum, he did it really quick, like 2 maybe. I would hate getting the first one and missing the second one to get out, but back of escape here for Sky. Same $40 or whatever. Nothing major, but we'll check Dark Cross from here. He knows the lamp is in logic, aka Dark Cross is as well. Scratch that. Sky does not know, because Sky does not know where the lamp is. Okay, so little does he know. Sound better. Let's see when Sky gets to desert. Hold on. Okay, that was a blue crystal at Thieves Town, so probably miscount from Sky, but I won't assume, because I am not good at these. I'm glad I set up my little instant replay machine here. Just stream with a bigger delay thanks to bad software. Or I guess good software. There's miss for Sky now. And Paradox and its associated junk food here for Neaterific. The E-Tank's probably the best thing in any of the 7 here. So an interesting little bit of maybe some logic spaghetti here. If there is one more item in Hera, like we believe, we could be pointed at it with, speed booster to hook shot to here with the hammer. And Sky didn't get that, so he could have got it with the mirror, but that would have been out of logic. So Nito's going this way in logic. Might do the whole thing. Probably will with a hook shot. Even if something goes wrong, you can come back. It's just Anita didn't know at first, but there's that cane for him off of that book. And Convergence, once again. That's something like that. Also, I have this thing in my head where about 30 seconds ago I was supposed to click something for somebody, and I don't remember what it was. Sky for gravity. Yes, it was. Thank you, Matt. I got that bug in my head, and that's better than nothing, I guess. So we're going to see some Mulborn action here from both runners. Hoping for an item. Mulborn says, not just yet. We got the spin in, now we just need a slash or poke or whatever, and there it is. Fingers crossed for flippers. So logical access to Hera was the way Nito has done it. Flippers are also going to open up for Sky immediately. Swamp Palace, I believe. Nito will still have to get into Waterfall. Probably won't take him too long now. Sky going to wrap up Spiral Cave here, maybe, or maybe the dark side of the mountain, or both. Showing some patience there with the dead rocks, which I never do, and I should. So it's Quake for both medallion gated dungeons here today. I don't know if that necessarily means more or less chances of something being in there that we need, but I don't really know we need a whole lot at this point. Yeah, other than that, morph. Just the little things, you know. We've seen some seeds kind of look at, scary enough to the point where you realize you might only need morph just to get through the holes left by 2 of the 4 Zebatites in Turian. Like, that's a heck of a thing to need it for. Screw attack there. Nice to have. So, with access and proximity, Sky's going to GT. There is and I'm pretty sure I remember this right this time, 50% junk fill rule. So if you play this mode like this one or route it in, basically expect 13 checks. I think the top still counts into that. Now some of that junk could be stuff we might like anyway, like some E-tanks. I think. Might have to get corrected on that in there. Man, I tell you what. This guy's like, okay, now what? Hope Morph. Never heard that one before. The Ice Road would be the big story if it wasn't for that. Just wow. Yeah, Sky had Kane, but was, I guess, gonna leave their right side alone for now. He thought about going there, but oh no, he didn't have any keys. That's right. That's why he didn't do it. Now he does. And no keys and no fire source. Multiple things going on here. That's how you know that if I had the key, I would definitely walk that far before figuring it out. But we got one rod, could get the other one. That would actually make the right side logical as well. There's your ice beam. Still doesn't appreciably increase the damage output, but makes the front turn a lot nicer. Nito not quite sure what to do. Somebody tell me, did he go as far as Sky did at all, or did he just go to Stalfos? I almost want to say just Stalfos. Yeah, so Sky has a big key here and is drawing him into more stuff, which could pay out, but Nito chooses / gets to move on. Take that morph to wherever. Bowless Ice Armors. Kind of thing that unless you're playing Z3R Randomizer, you would only be able to do them bowless down here anyway. Here's that blue king would be nice. This guy just, throwing any kind of damage he can at these things. That's all he can really do. So there's good reactions on that last one. It's going to be a little scary after you've already taken some hits. Nito breaking out of the yapping maw, and I did not know you could do that. Screwed attack or otherwise. Interesting. There's a bottle behind Ice Armors. That's it. However, it does lock something. This guy's going to be, at least for now, following Nito. He might actually choose to go wreck ship, though. It's the funny thing about finding morph at this point. You can do whatever you want. This guy doesn't have grapple to make it logical. I don't think we have anything else to make it logical here in normal, but he can do it if he wanted to. But he's going to opt not to here in this case. Nito, yeah, coming directly back for the boost. And whatever heck else is behind the reserve tank here. That's 2 shields in, what, a minute? Thanks, game. This guy misses the middle, but, thankfully isn't too upset by it. If you wanted anything, you want the one on the left, but not the worst. Okay, well, this guy's getting turning done right now. So 6540, you're going to be doing Zeb skip / refills / charge beam shots for sure. You need some of those. So good luck, Sky. Nito with 6 tanks and Novari is probably looking for one of the 2 of those. And whatever else sounds nice along the way. This guy does have area. Oops. Oh, yeah, Sky does have area. Nito does not. So if I'm not mistaken, well, that's always debatable, but did Morph put Sky into go mode? Knowing where that lamp was? Oh, he hasn't. Yeah, no, yeah. Okay, no mode, but he hasn't seen the fire source, which I know I said once already and corrected myself, so. Yeah, I'm doing good. Forgot he wasn't actually in there. So this is 2 refills for Sky. Once he just tries to do this with 1. That's Anita's Varia, and probably, I don't know, you know, when you find something like that there, not the best feeling is, you know, there's always somebody who does it first, and Most of us know who that is at this point. Sky and some others like to do that. I would like to do it, except it never works out for me when I do, so. Okay, so Sky's, yeah. Entering MB2 here with 2040, and I have zero clue what Charge Ice does. We had to talk about special beam combos. Well, I'm gonna learn. Oh, I need it. Yeah, okay. I thought it. Yeah, I got Ice confused. I had Ice Rod selected there for Nita. Then I got confused with the rando room find of Ice Beam, so then I thought I had it wrong, and that was the other side. So it was right in the first place. Thanks, though. No excuses for boots, though. This guy smartly saving a couple of supers here for a catch-up phase. It's enough to get him through it with damage to spare. So, all in all, pretty good show for Mother Brain from Sky. Yeah. I swear that happened before I finished the sentence. It's not my fault. I'm so sorry. I didn't even think about it. He didn't turn Varia back on. From the, yeah, damage down there from the baby. That is... I hate it. I hate it. It's another reason to go put gravity back in the garbage can. High jump there for Nita. Get that gravity, all it does is hide the fact that you don't have your Varia suit on. Yeah, Sky will push on. But not shoes I'd want to be in right now. So, moving on, Nita's gonna pick up his sword here from the library. This will be his fourth. This guy continuing through the remainder of Red Star is not going to go back to green for anything, at least not yet. Nita now on to Desert for that lamp, which is, still want to say, all he actually needs. Go mode is really hard to define here, you know? Like, I think Nito can do Mother Brain, but I don't think really wants to with the current setup. But no bow-related items, paraphernalia, whatever to speak of. However, a butter sword, so this won't take too long. But anyway, yeah, I'm sure Nito is treating this as go mode. Did find the Varia. I don't know why I keep thinking there's like something else he needs, but okay. Plasma for Sky. Well, that's what pedestal hint refer. Look at this. And what I've been calling plasma for Zelda 3 because it can go through other enemy shots, if not enemies. I don't know, it's a stretch, but what a place for both of those. Not that we can use the silvers, but anyway, yeah, it just reminds me of the PED text for Plasma Beam. It goes, a fire rod from the future. We want the one from the past. Unfortunately. That would be Exploding Pigs for Nito. Single G's if you want, or save them up. So that's what I couldn't remember is how many actual tanks Nito had. 7 is fine. So if I'm not wrong again, I guess that is more for go for Nito then, isn't it? Had his swords, had mitts, had fire knowledge. So, yeah. So for the scoreboard at home, Nitorific is missing 5 missiles from minimum. So, you know, there'll be a few charge shots and a missile refill, I'm sure. Same thing Sky tried to do and actually did, but had some other issues there. Crate with the blue pendant. Anything else good back here? Not really. TBD. Yeah, I was repeating it for a while. I kind of forgot for a while. Yeah, if the stuff's going on and I'm losing track of stuff. Anyway, this is, if you're familiar with SMZ3, all normal logic, meaning, you know, nothing that the game doesn't expect you to be able to do. All right, but we also don't need any crystals to go to Ganon's Tower where our morph ball happened to be, which is fun under these settings, I suppose. Or to go and kill the pig. Normally you have to get credit for 4 Super Metroid bosses. You don't have to do that either. You just need to get to them. So yeah, Nito, with just Mother Brain to go, Sky still needs Fire Source, and we know where one is. Sky does not. Desert Torch. Well, Storm, you can teach me on Super Metroid then for what we have left. I pretty much just play SMZ3. I've done Super Metroid, but there is so much to learn in that game. We saw what looked like the other 5-6 at Ridley, not that that was the point. The point was to turn on those beams. It's another funny thing about the map checks here. You can mark on a restream that a runner knows something, but I know I do this enough and get into the menu and totally forget to look at prizes, since you can't do it at once, like in Zelda. If I'm in the menu in here, it's for some other reason. But again, whether he knows about it or not, we don't care today. That's... yeah. Nita's gonna have to leave the glass as well. Don't think he was gonna get it broken anyway. So he'll be looking at a few more charge shots than he maybe originally anticipated once he comes back down. Yeah, Upper Norfair just about cleaned out here for Sky, and nothing doing here either. Croc, if you want to call it Upper Norfair, it's about all that's left. I don't think it matters how long you've been doing this. Turian, the Zebutite area is just... it's really unforgiving. So Anita's going to open up with some charge shots here, doing some math. We might see a few more shots before emptying these missiles out. Yeah. It's either the third or fourth bottle there. We've seen plenty of those, but nothing Sky actually wants to see. And Nito cannot take another hit here. Now being very deliberate, counting the time between catch-up shots. Okay, that was fancy. Even if I knew that you could do that, I would not be attempting to do that, but what a play. Getting rid of that bomb with one of his own to not get crossed up with a catch-up beam on top of that. That was impressive. Putting the hurting on the brain. Sky continuing to poke through Croc here, and I mean, anything's as good as anything at this point. Croc usually pays out. Hoping, sees the fire out at some point. I'm curious where it is. This was a medallion free seed. I do believe. I don't remember seeing any. Even if we don't need them, a lot of times you run into at least one. There you go. Extra GG's in there for Neaterific, and I put in a time of 1:33:32 on racetime.gg. Good for second overall out of 6. I think I'll have to ask Sky what that was too. Must be some other something else I didn't know about involving a moonfall and speed keeping in the lava or something, maybe. If that's what he was trying to do. I'm not actually sure. But Yeah, welcome into Main Speed Gaming here. We were running a 0-0-0. No crystals, no SM tokens required, no nothing. Just get your stuff to beat Ganon and kill Mother Brain here in an SMZ3 combo randomizer seed. You're here for the interviews, basically. And that being said, GG's to Nito joining me now.
Thank you. The entire time I was thinking, I'm thinking too many safeties. I'm thinking too many safeties, and I had exactly what I needed from Mother Brain.
Yeah, that was interesting on both your parts. Sky was down there actually and forgot to turn his Varia suit back on.
Ooh.
Yeah, nobody liked to see that one. But he's looking for fire now. He hasn't been in the desert, so he doesn't know about the lamp.
Oh. I was expecting lamp to be early in logic. That's why I broke the Eastern big key chest, but turns out it was go mode lamp.
Yeah, your morph was go, huh? Pretty much, right?
Yeah, I was looking for Varia because at the time I had miscounted my E-tanks. I thought I had 5, but I had 6. But even 6 is like you have no margin of error in Varia. So yeah. I was looking, and I came across Varia. That's good. I can take a few hits now.
Yeah, I couldn't remember what order that was in. I'm like,
Varia was a morph pad.
Well, yeah, I know, but I remember where they were now, just not which order you got them in. I can never keep anything straight, but yeah, fun. Throw an ice rod there with the morph ball. Just you know. Here you go. You don't need it. Canis Samaria.
Well, the Canis was for right side GT, I assumed, but wasn't needed.
Just there on Ether Tablet and Sky. We'll talk to him here maybe later here, but he put in some work with that thing. He was down in Ice Armos.
Sorry, just Sky is requesting an invite too.
Oh, is he? He's okay. I didn't, because he's still playing. But, did he? Oh, he did okay. I didn't see the forfeit there. That being said, did you get the automated one? You probably didn't, did you?
I got it, but it said I was being rate limited, so the invite was invalid. I have never seen that before.
Yeah, we've seen that a few times lately from people. That's why I just plain old sent you one. I guess Sky's okay. Everybody. Welcome in, Sky. I didn't see your DNF, but GG's. I'm so sorry, really, about the brain business. Might need some work there, but
can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you. Yeah, I didn't realize he didn't turn the thing back on either. I don't think anybody did. So
I wasn't even looking at the screen, to be honest with you. I was just like cleaning my glasses, just waiting for the cutscene to go by, and when I came back and saw the came over screen, I was like, "What?"
Yeah, I mean, not that you could tell with the gravity suit on you.
Yeah,
kind of doesn't help.
I mean, turning it off for the baby to skate saves you what, like a few seconds. I don't even know why I did it.
And then you turn it back on. I've never been a fan of doing that. If you're just going to be turning it back on, I don't think it's worth it. If you keep it off, maybe.
Yeah, I think what I've been doing recently is that I don't usually go in without a charge beam or something that I'm going to be trying to do stand-up glitch with, and so I have higher health but no Varia, so I don't have to damage down as much. I don't know. I just wasn't thinking clearly. That was just dumb.
Well, don't watch this thing back if you want to see a lot of dumb. For me, I can't keep track of anything.
Where was the fire? My plan in my head was, and that's why I came back on where I stopped now, is I was going to do Mother Brain and then go back through, do the Bryn loop down through like Meridia, Norfair, kind of like I did, only not dying to Mother Brain.
Well, Lamp was desert, but on the torch. I spotted it super early, and I was waiting for the boots to show up.
Gotcha. Okay. Yep. And I just went, scouted the ledge, and left to go to the Death Mountain area because I had that whole area open.
And Nito, you didn't have the flute at the time either, so that kind of played into you. Because you went in there, saw that, left off the right side to check again, and you did it that way. But yeah, Sky, you had the flute, so I'm sure the book, Nito, played into your decision there being available that early.
Well, usually low requirement Cs are front loaded, so if I'm given the book, it's probably because there's something there.
You know, I was wondering about that, and I've seen a few, I've played a few, and it does seem to be happening. Like in the first place, it didn't seem like that was the case, but I don't know if there's something in the rando that does that, since this is just a made-up mode, but I don't know.
When I finally saw the book, I had half a mind to go there, but I had found so much other stuff at that point, and at that point of the race, I lose track of whether I'm in or out of logic with what I found or not. So,
What's the book anyway?
What's that?
Where was the book? I forgot.
I had it in Rico or something.
It was in the bomb wall blinds hideout there, I think.
Yeah. So I mean, I did CAC super late because I got Dark World access before even going to CAC. So my original plan there was, like, I had the mirror. I was gonna do Village of Outcasts and CAC at the same time, and then work my way around towards Pyramid, hoping to get lucky. Died, so that changed my whole routing there. Went to Hype Cave, found Flute, and then that book was out of sight, out of mind at that point.
Where was Mirror?
Waterfall.
Oh yeah.
Yes, Sky, you had your, I want to say hookshot and hammer, but you took your mirror to go to Hera and get your charge and all that, and Anita was like right behind you at that point, but came from the other way because he didn't break that mirror.
That was my second trip to Hera, because I had gone up there the first time, gotten hit and fell, left, did East Death Mountain, and then it was after I took, I think after Paradox, I saved and quit, did this speed checks. That's where you got hook shot at Bryn Reserve, and then that's when I went back up that direction with the after I got the mitts, actually.
By the way, a couple of shout outs, one for each of you. I want to get to this. Nice job on breaking the boots out of under the bridge, Sky. Good try, Nito. That's hard.
Yeah. I haven't practiced that since, I don't know. I haven't played in a while.
Yeah, I'm musing over here that I don't think I've ever really seen it done in SMZ3. But if they're in SMR, you don't have to do it because I have those patches. And then the other one, you threw a bomb, had a brain bomb, to save you from crossing yourself up between that and ketchup. And I was impressed. Just saying.
Nice.
He had like 25 health at that point. It's just trying to.
Yeah. I had 25 health of leeway, exactly, or something.
Yeah, so trying to dodge a ketchup, being deliberate, you're out of missiles, just using those charge shots. I was impressed. Just, yeah. But
first time I used charged pea shooter against Mother Brain.
Did you have any other beam? I got ice out of GT. And then after my death, I ended up finding plasma in left sandpit or right sandpit.
Right sandpit with the plasma silvers. We don't know anything about a bow, so that's funny.
I never went anywhere near Meridia.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't my hope to. I can tell you right now, I was never going back to desert. That wasn't happening unless I had literally cleared almost everything else. So
you could have found Fire Rod.
Yeah, I was about to say, unless I found Fire Rod, I was out of this race from the get-go.
Yeah, that's how it falls in these races. I mean, Sky, you did do some things pretty well. The dip down to get Varia in, a minute was cool.
Yeah, I always try to do the early morph ped play on stream because I think it's neat for people to see and gives you something to talk about. I think the last couple times I did it, it didn't pay off, but this time I actually had that and rupees, which was a nice early find. Yeah,
and you got your speed from escape too. Mm-hmm. And it's funny because you never really know what you're actually going to need in this. That mirror was nice. You didn't need it. even though there's a big chain from that, from Hera and all that, hookshot hammer Hera. But you didn't need nice to have. Flute, same way. 2 of those swords, same way. There they all were, nice and front loaded, as we say. So, yeah, that Varia, it lets you do what you need to do without, getting like 12 tanks or something, or whatever you're comfortable with without it for Mother Brain. But
yeah, it was on my mind early to make a Norfair play, especially because I got speed booster and I could just take the speedway over nice and easy. Didn't have to worry about anything to get up whatever that room is that you have to go up normally. But then I just kept on finding stuff that took me somewhere else, and Norfair ended up having nothing anyway.
Yeah, you got through Croc and everything. Yeah, I kind of hoping for something down there.
Yeah, I was just hoping to spike something at that point. I mean, in these blitzes, my strategy is basically dip and go, and it worked early on, and then it dried up. When I found Morph, I was like, obviously needed happy, but the entirety of the Super Metroid map lit up green at that point, and it's like, well, where do you go now?
Yeah, that's.
I didn't bring loot to get the boots back, and hopefully get ammo and health to survive Turian. I got just enough.
Yeah, and I don't know if this got mentioned, but that the stuff behind Brain Reserve was like a missile pack or something. That was it, and a shield maybe. There was like 2 shields right around in that area, so didn't miss anything there.
Well,
I was really looking. GG's. I was really looking for a beam, but
Yeah, if you weren't going to Meridia, I mean, who knows where Wave was or Spazer, but I was happy to get ice out of GT. I figured that made the rest of the left side climb worthwhile, but nothing else other than Morph and that were in there.
Well, GG.
GG's to both of you once again. So you got some runner links for you there. Check these guys out. You saw it. They're good. Give you something to do. I learned something, and I've been doing this almost as long as both of them on average. So
What did you learn?
that bomb trick.
Oh,
for
yes.
one. I know there was something from the other side. I can't remember what it was now. I just know I remembered pointing it out. I'm like, I didn't know that. But this is why 3 years later I don't know everything, because I forget.
Probably turning back on Varia. It's a good thing to learn.
Crazed Gamer says you make that mistake exactly once. And I'm thinking I probably will be the one to do it more than once.
I hate menuing.
Then again,
I learned speed zip skip just so I won't have to menu screw attack off.
I usually do the what's called spring ball, even though you don't need it for it. That zip skip normally, and I'll try for the speed one. I didn't get it this time. I thought I was close, but obviously not. I missed it. But I don't. This is the problem I get into is I see something new and I'm like, oh, that's neat. That might be a good way to go about things, and I change my routine, and then my thought process just isn't where it should be, and I make dumb mistakes. So, is what it is.
it's hard to keep everything wrapped up in a mode like this. That's why I'm over here. But yeah, I mean, it was a good show. Not gonna lie. You can look back if you want. Maybe mute it, to hear me going on about nothing. But yeah, I enjoyed it. It was fun. So,
I mean, it was a fun seed up until the lack of fire. I mean, it's kept on just running into stuff.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think you just got randoed. Took the wrong path for the seed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very likely in settings and stuff like this. So yeah, but yeah, I guess I'm gonna go look for Triforce pieces. Lazy Kid sent me some. I gotta go handle that. So,
luck.
yeah.
Thanks for the restream.
Yeah. Thanks for
getting,
tracking.
Yeah, thanks for getting on here. Appreciate it. Once again, good show. And I think that's it for the night. I think. Yeah. The other one was Zelda 3 Open League, but that's over and you're here, so. And that'll do it for SMZ3 till Friday at the least. Tomorrow we're going to have more league playoffs coming up. We got Invitational at 6:30 and Open at 9:30. Times are Eastern Standard. Also, a league I didn't know existed was Super Mario Bros. 3 Rando. That's going on at 10:30. None of channels assigned yet, but check speedgaming.org/schedule for that. That said, once again, GG's to everybody. Thank you for setup so we could do the stream, and see you next mission.